Hello learners, welcome back to my channel Shraddha's Physics. Today we will see the second part of the definite integrals. In the previous classes we have already discussed about the integration around the unit circle, and I have already solved an example, that is the integration for, suppose this is I equal to integration over 0 to 2 pi d theta divided by a plus b sin theta. Okay, we have already solved it, a plus b sin theta, and the condition is that a should be greater than modulus of b. This is our condition. So, in this case the value of the integration will be equal to 2 pi divided by root over of a square minus b square. Okay, we have already solved this. It means that if a and b are any number and a should be greater than mod b, so in that case if a is suppose 4 and b is 2, in that case you can directly put the value of a and b and you can solve for that, that is 2 pi divided by 4 square minus 2 square root over and so on. If this question is somehow modified as, suppose the question is like you have to solve the integration, that is I equal to the value of I equal to 0 to 2 pi, the integration over the limit 0 to 2 pi d theta divided by a plus b sin theta whole square, sin theta whole square, and the same condition, that is a should be greater than mod b. So, in this case how to solve this question? So, to solve this I have to consider this first integration and I have to take the derivative with respect to a. So, if I will take the derivative, this is the partial derivative with respect to a on the left hand side and the right hand side. So, this will be integration over the limit 0 to 2 pi d theta divided by a plus b sin theta, a plus b sin theta, this whole bracket, which will be equal to the partial derivative with respect to a, and this is 2 pi divided by a square minus b square root over. Okay, this is a square minus b square root over. Now, we will solve this equation. Now, you can see if I will take the derivative with respect to a, then this will becomes the integration value will remain as it is, that will be 0 to 2 pi, and the d theta value, this d theta will be remain as it is. Since we are taking the derivative with respect to a, so you can see the term, that is a plus b sin theta, in the denominator if I will take this to the numerator, then this will becomes a plus b sin theta power minus 1. If I will take the derivative with respect to a, then this will becomes minus 1 divided by a plus b sin theta, a plus b sin theta, the power you know, while taking the derivative it will goes minus 1, this suppose this is a plus b sin theta, power is minus 1, then after differentiation this will be power minus 1, again minus 1 will get added. So, this will be minus 1 becomes minus 2, so that this will be a plus b sin theta whole square. I think you can calculate the derivative, this is the normal derivative. Okay. Now, similarly if I will take the derivative on the right hand side, then this will be 2 pi, the derivative of 1 by root a square minus b square, this will be 2 into a square minus b square, the power will be 1 by 2, this will be minus half minus 1, that means minus 3 by 2. So, here I have to write plus 3 by 2 in the numerator, this will becomes plus 3 by 2, again the derivative of a square will be into 2a, and here also one negative sign, because this is 1 by a square minus b square root over, means this is a square minus b square power minus half if I will take it to the denominator. Now, this will be 2 to get cancelled and this minus sign will get cancelled with this minus sign. Now, the remaining term will be, this will be implies that 0 to 2 pi, the integration over the limit 0 to 2 pi d theta divided by a plus b sin theta whole square, this is a plus b sin theta whole square, that will be equal to, this is 2 pi a divided by a square minus b square power 3 by 2. This will be power 3 by 2. Now you can see that here we want to calculate this value, that is I equal to over the integration 0 to 2 pi d theta by a plus b sin theta whole square. Now we get the result that this will be equal to 2 pi a divided by a square minus b square power 3 by 2. Clear? Now we will see the type 2. This is again this type 2 means what we are actually discussing, the integration for the definite integral. This is we are here calculating the definite integrals. In the previous classes we have seen the for the unit circle we have calculated, and in the type 2 we will see some different type, that is this is called as the rational algebraic integral. So what is this rational algebraic integrals? It means that suppose our integration I that is equal to minus infinity to plus infinity integration over f of x into dx. Suppose we want to calculate this integration where this f of x is in the form of this f of x equal to some p of x divided by q of x. Clear? This is p of x and divided by q of x, and this is called the rational function of x. You can see that this is p by q form. So this is called the rational function of x. This is called, here you can write, this is the rational functions of x. Okay, rational function of x. And here there is one condition. What is the condition? The condition is that the degree of this q of x, the degree of q of x, it should be at least 2 greater than that of the p of x. Are you getting my point? The degree of q of x, it must be at least 2 greater than that of the p of x. If this condition satisfy, then we will consider that we are applying this type 2 part. Here we will consider that this f of x has no zeros. It has no zeros. Here we will consider it has no zeros. I think you know what is zeros, what are singular point, you already know. It has no zeros on the real axis. Okay, on the real axis. Just try to make your own notes on the real axis. Now our aim is to calculate this for the complex number. So here we will take the complex number as z, that is equal to x plus iy. So let me draw a real axis and an imaginary axis, and this is my imaginary axis. Okay, this is y and this is suppose x and this is y. Now if I will draw a semicircle, this is suppose a semicircle I am drawing here. This is suppose C and it has the radius suppose r. This radius is suppose r. Okay. So my integration I equal to, here my integration I equal to the integration for an closed contour C. Here I am writing suppose C prime. I will tell you what is C prime. Suppose C prime f of z dz, where this f of z equal to this f of z, we are taking this as in the form of the rational number, that is suppose p of z divided by suppose q of z, and our condition is that the degree of q of z should be at least 2 greater than that of the p of z. Clear? So from the Cauchy's residue theorem, you just try to write your Cauchy's residue theorem. We know this integration I will be equal to 2 pi I into the sum of the residues. This is your sum of your residues. Suppose I am writing k. What is this Rk? It means that this Rk is the residue of the function f of z at some point zk. Suppose at any point zk we were going to calculate, and this point zk, this is the singular point. These are, I am telling this is zk, these are the, because this is the summation symbol. So we are here adding many points. So this is this zk, these are the points, and this is called the singular points in this upper half plane And you can see that here I am writing this C prime for what? This C prime is for this total closed contour C with this total diameter. Okay, this C prime symbolizes this total upper half C. This is your semicircle, this semicircle C, and this total diameter. Okay, this total diameter, it denotes the C prime. So here I can write this as minus r to plus r. This diameter varies from this minus r to plus r. Clear? So now I can write this integration as, this integration I can write it as I will be equal to this total contour for total C prime contour can be splitted into two parts. Let me write, this will be equal to the integration for the closed contour C, that means this upper half plane f of z dz plus the integration over the limit for this diameter minus r to plus r f of z dz. Are you getting my point? This will be f of z dz. Clear? And again this value will be nothing but, this total value will be equal to 2 pi I times the sum over the residue over k. This is rk. Okay. Here we have considered that the q of z, the degree of this q of z, here you can see that this q of z here, it should be at least, its degree should be at least 2 greater than that of the p of z. It means that the modulus of f of z, it should be equal to the modulus of, I am taking directly the individual modulus of p of z divided by the modulus of q of z, which will be nearly equal to 1 by r square. Are you getting my point? This will be nearly equal to 1 by r square, since it is at least 2 degree greater than that of p of z. So if I will cancel the term, so this will becomes near about 1 by r square. So according to some Darboux inequality, according to Darboux DARBOUX, this is Darboux inequality. According to this Darboux inequality, Darboux suggests that the integration over the closed contour, suppose C, for that I am writing integration over the closed contour C, f of z, this is contour C, f of z dz, the modulus of it will be lesser equal to, what I can write, this is the maximum value of this function into pi r. Why this pi r? Because here I am considering for the semicircle. Okay, you can see that since we are considering the for the semicircle, so this is pi r, which is nearly about, if I put this value 1 by r square here, so this 1 by r square into pi r, this will be near equal to 1 by r. This is nearly 1 by r. And here if I will put the limiting value, that is if this r tends to infinity for the closed contour C, f of z dz, this value will goes to 0, because this is 1 by r. So this will be 1 by infinity will be equal to, or we can say that this will be tends to 0. Are you getting my point? This value will goes to 0. So what is our main aim? Our main aim is to calculate for this equation. You can see here our aim is to calculate the integration within the interval minus infinity to infinity, or we can say that for this total path we want to calculate. Okay, so here you can see that f of z dz integration will goes to 0, for this it goes to 0. Now we want to calculate for this minus r to plus r f of z dz, or I can directly write it here as this will be minus r to plus r, the integration value will be minus r to plus r f of z dz. This will be equal to, since this term already goes to 0, so the remaining term will be this much, minus r to plus r f of z dz will be equal to 2 pi I into the sum over residue. So this will be equal to 2 pi I into the sum over the residues. Or here if I will put the value r as minus infinity to plus infinity, this will be minus infinity to plus infinity f of z dz will be equal to 2 pi I times the sum over residues. Okay, so this is our type 2. Now I will give you one example. Suppose I equal to integration over the limit, this is given 0 to infinity. Okay, 0 to infinity dx divided by 1 plus x square. Our question is like this, dx divided by 1 plus x square. I can write this expression as this will be equal to 1 by 2 times minus infinity to plus infinity dx divided by 1 plus x square. I can write like this. If I multiply this 1 by 2 and the integration value will be changed from minus infinity to plus infinity, then this 2 value will remain same. Now you should check the first condition. What is the first condition? I have already told you, the type 2 says that the integration limit minus infinity to plus infinity f of x dx should be, this f of x should be in the form of p of x divided by q of x, and this q of x degree should be at least 2 more than that of p. Here you can see that if I write this in the form of f of x, here p of x equal to here 1 and q of x is here 1 plus x square, that is the denominator term is 1 plus x square. You can see that the q of x term is 2 times, its degree is 2 greater than that of the p. Now to solve this equation, you have to consider the contour c. Okay, contour c means here I am writing this integration in the form of, suppose any contour, here I am writing c prime f of z dz. Suppose it means that we will draw a semicircle. We have to draw a semicircle and this varies from plus r to minus r, and this is our contour c, and we have to integrate for this total contour and for this total diameter, and this value we know, this is equal to 2 pi I times the sum over the residue. Now we can split this into two parts, that will be, this implies the integration over the closed contour c f of z dz plus the integration over this varies from minus r to plus r, minus r to plus r f of z dz, which is equal to 2 pi I sum over the residues. One more thing, what is f of z? This f of z is nothing but, in place of f of x I am just writing f of z. What is this f of z? This is dz divided by 1 plus z square. Okay, this is 1 plus z square, and what we will do, we will convert, and our focus is we will convert this limit to the infinity. Here the limiting value, that is r varies, here I am writing r varies from the limit r tends to infinity, I am directly writing here also limit r tends to infinity. Okay, here you can see that the modulus of f of z, this modulus of f of z is equal to 1 by, sorry, this is 1 divided by, this f of z is 1 divided by 1 plus z square. So this modulus of f of z equal to 1 by 1 plus z square modulus, or we can write it as this will be equal to 1 by mod z square plus 1, and which is nearly equal to, I can write it as which is nearly equal to 1 by r square. This f of z, this is the coefficient of this dx, or this is the coefficient of dz, that will be 1 by 1 plus z square, and the modulus will be near about 1 by r square. And again, if I will take the integration for this f of z dz for this closed contour, for this contour, for this semicircle c, modulus, this will be nearly, this is 1 by r square into, for this dz we are putting, this is pi r, or this is, we can write 1 by r, this is near about 1 by r. Here r tends to infinity. If r tends to infinity, this 1 by r goes to 0. So we can put this limit f of for the contour C f of z dz, it goes to 0. As in the previous part we have already told you, we have already discussed, that is this first part, this closed contour, for this contour this goes to 0. So this will be minus r to plus r f of z dz will be equal to 2 pi I into the sum over residue. Okay. Here f of z is 1 by 1 plus z square. Now we are going to calculate the residue, because now we are going to solve the integration, that is f of z dz over the limit minus r to plus r, or I can write this directly as minus infinity to plus infinity. This is equal to 2 pi I times the sum over the residues rk. So our main focus is f of z equal to, we know this is equal to 1 by 1 plus z square. We are now going to solve this equation, that is 1 by 1 plus z square can be written as 1 divided by this is z plus I into z minus I. You have to put 1 plus z square equal to 0, so that z square will be equal to minus 1. Again z will be the root over of plus or minus root over of minus 1. That is why the roots are I and minus I, iota or minus iota we can write. So this is simply f of z equal to 1 by z plus I and z minus I. So these are the two poles, we can say that z equal to I plus I and z equal to minus I at the 2 points, or these are the two singular points. So now what is our basic aim? Now we will see whether this plus I term or this minus I term, it lies inside that contour or not. So for the contour, this is our contour, it varies from plus r to minus r, and this is our total contour. So now tell me whether this plus iota and minus iota term lies within the circle or not. If you can remember, we can write this z equal to x plus iota into y. Since here only plus I, it means that this x part or the real part is absent. It means that for this plus I, our point is 0, 1, and for this minus I, x component is 0 and y component is minus 1. Now let us plot this. In this, here this is x axis and this is your imaginary y axis. Now this 0 and 1 point, x axis is 0, suppose this is 1 point. It lies in between this or inside this semicircle, and for this 0 comma minus 1, this point, it means that this 0 is on the x axis, this is 0, and for minus 1, it should be lies in the lower half plane. This should be lies in the lower half plane, which I can say that this minus I point, this is not included in this semicircle. So I can discard this, or I can simply say that this minus I point doesn't lies within the contour. Now we have to solve for this iota term. How can I solve this? So this will be nothing but 2 pi I times, we have to calculate the residue. So how I can write this residue will be residue, we are going to calculate for f of z at which point, here the point is for z equal to plus I. Clear? Now this will be, this is the z plus I power 1, it means that this is the pole of order 1. So this will be equal to 2 pi I times, for the residue we have to take limit z tends to I, this will be z minus iota into f of z. Here this f of z equal to, this is your f of z, I am directly writing this as 1 divided by z plus I into z minus I. Now this z minus I get cancelled. So this will be equal to 2 pi I times limit z tends to I 1 divided by z plus I. If I will put the limit z as I, so this will be 1 by I plus I, that will be 2I. This will be equal to 2 pi I 2 pi I into 1 by 2y. So 2y get cancelled, that will be equal to pi. But this is not the answer. What is our question given? You can see here our question is to find I equal to 0 to infinity dx by 1 plus s square. Okay, this limiting value is from 0 to infinity. Here we have calculated for minus infinity to plus infinity. Now what we will do? We have calculated that this minus infinity to plus infinity f of z dz will be equal to pi. This can be written as twice of 0 to infinity f of z dz, which is equal to pi, and this 0 to infinity f of z dz will be equal to how much? This 2 will get divided here, so this will be pi by 2, or you can simply write it as this is your 0 to infinity dx divided by 1 plus x square will be equal to pi by 2. Whether you take z or you take x, just try to imagine it is your complex number. So this is our final expression. Dx divided by 1 plus x square over the limit 0 to infinity will be pi by 2. If the limit is from minus infinity to plus infinity, the value will be pi. I am giving you one homework question. So you have to calculate for minus infinity to plus infinity z square divided by 1 plus z power 4 dz. Okay, you have to solve this. This value will be final result, this final result will be pi by root 2. Just try to solve this. Okay. So this is all for today. Thank you. Jai Jagannath.